Welcome to Activation Nation podcast. I am Mindy Trimble and excited to be here with you today. And I have a special guest joining me, Victor. And Victor, I'm going to just have you go ahead and pronounce your last name because I say it wrong every time.
Hey, wouldn't be the first time that I've been asked that. Victor Tofolla, one of your U.S. sales directors, and good to be here.
So we're excited to have him here with us today and joining us. And we're going to just really dive into what's going on in November. We have so many things happening, and the last couple weeks, we have talked a lot about Momentum Academy. We're going to touch on that a little bit from a different perspective. We have had so many Love Biome things going on and so many people from Love Biome joining us, which has been so exciting, and just a lot happening. And not just a lot happening the last few months, but we've got a lot happening coming up. So that's what we want to really focus on today and talk about and remind all of you about is some of the fun things that we've got coming up. So first of all, let's kind of touch on Momentum Academy. We all had some different experiences. I have to say personally, the biggest thing that I noticed was the energy. It was so exciting having Love Biome and LifeVantage come together. The energy was off the charts. So from kind of a backstage perspective and a just observer perspective, that's really what stood out so much to me. Victor, you were kind of integrated a lot more into it and really in with the field and in the middle of it. What was some standouts for you or some things that you really noticed?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Energy was off the charts, palpable. You could feel it in that room. Every general session that kicked off, all of our workshops, everybody was so ecstatic to be there. But also, I think just the synergies of us coming together with all the Love Biome consultants now that are joining us, the excitement, the energy was just off the chart. So it was awesome to be there. That was a huge standout for me. But also the meetings after the meetings, so many individual conversations that were happening, team meetings that were happening after the fact, small gatherings that were all over the venue and in the hotel in Dallas. It was so incredible to see that from both sides, from Love Biome individuals that were there and consultants, and then consultants and leadership on our side, but also coming together. There were so many combined events or meetings that I saw taking place, which I loved. Yeah,
it felt like it was just really natural, right? A really natural combination. It didn't feel separate at all, which I really loved seeing. So
couldn't agree more. The cultures coming together there of what's been built at Love Biome and what we've been working on here at LifeVantage. It's a perfect marriage and complements each other so well. So couldn't be more excited for that.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Well, I hope that everyone out there that was at Momentum Academy felt that also and felt some of those similar things and probably even more. So we've got some other big things coming up. Just kind of a calendar items to remember. We've got product training going on, and that will be on November 20th. And then we have our Close the Month call on November 25th at 6 p.m. So make sure that you are all joining those. We also have a week for you Love Biome people, soon to be officially LifeVantage, but that we are continuing the weekly 20 calls that you all have been used to throughout the end of the year. So make sure that you're continuing to join those calls. We will continue to put a lot of great information, combining a lot of things, LifeVantage and Love Biome, a lot of training, things like that. So make sure that will still be same time, Wednesdays, all of that. Make sure you're still joining those each week. And then just as a reminder, we have our contact center hours. And for November, we are going to be closed for Thanksgiving, closed for Black Friday, and then open on the last day of the month, which is November 30th, from 2 to 9 p.m. for close of the month. So keep those things on your calendars. If you need to contact our contact center for any reason, be sure that you have that 27th and 28th on your calendars, that they will not be available. We're going to let them hopefully have a nice holiday. And then Victor, tell us a little. You guys have, as a sales team, a really busy schedule coming up with activation tours, which is really fun. They are going to be out and about all, not just November, but even a little bit, I'm hearing, into December, traveling all over the U.S. So tell us a little bit about what you guys are going to be doing and maybe even some stops that you're going to be at.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to put an exclamation point behind those calls that are coming up. So opening the month on November 3rd.
Yep.
Product training is always phenomenal to tap into. And then our close of the month on the 25th. Really, those are set up to, one thing I want to touch on is Skip Campbell actually said this during our Momentum Academy. And it was leaders set the weather.
Yeah.
Right. So being able to come into those calls and open your month with knowing, hey, here's what I'm set up to do, but also here are all the great levers that I have during the month to pull with my team, really getting leverage behind them, being able to promote those, being ahead of the curve in terms of knowing what's coming, but also how to close that down with your team. So opening and closing of the month, definitely hop on those. And as always, our product training is always phenomenal by that team. But we are go ahead.
Remind everyone, so we do those each month. The open the month call is always the first Monday.
Yep, first
correct?
business day of the month.
And the close of the month is the 25th or the following whatever business day falls after the 25th.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, glad you touched on those call center hours. And as she said, we are definitely busy right now getting ready for our activation tour. It's honestly one of the funnest things that we do on the sales team is going out, hitting the road, traveling out to these different events, being able to partner with local leadership and just continue to push the activation message. It's so much fun right now, especially with Love Biome, being fully integrated, coming in here just a couple days, actually, less than a week.
Yeah.
We're going to be fully integrated with them. And
that's date is sneaking right up on us,
is.
right?
It's coming
next
real
week.
quick. You're looking at the calendar right now.
Yep, we're excited.
And the activation tour right now, we have it kicking off this week, actually. So some events like going out, Indiana is going to be on the 1st, Iowa is going to be on the 5th. And then I'm actually going to be out in Idaho and Coeur d'Alene on the 7th, Helena, Montana on the 8th. But we have a whole list from Minnesota, Colorado, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, and Albany, Maryland, Arizona, Kentucky, and the list just continues to go on and be added to, as she said in December, that we're looking to make sure that we don't miss anybody. And we're able to take this message out coming out of such a powerful event with Momentum Academy and just hit the road with that.
Oh, that's exciting. So our sales team is going to be busy, just spread out all over. How fun, too, that they get to really be out, not just teaching and giving presentations, but partnering with all of you and just getting to hang out with the field. That's
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah, this is a relationship business,
Absolutely.
right? So being able to connect one-on-one at those events, again, the meeting after the meetings that we go through and get to be part of, breaking bread with people, and again, just getting to know you and how we can best serve you guys from our team on the sales side of things. So it's one of my favorite things to do here. So.
Well, and we have a pretty cool sales team here at LifeVantage, so it's really fun for you guys to get to know and each of them and how you can partner with them and really utilize their skills because they're here and want to help each of you, and so it's cool that they get to do that. Okay, Victor, we've got a fun Q4 incentive going on, and I love the theme this time, Love, Life, and Drive. And also, it's really a exciting incentive. Tell us a little. We touched on this a little bit last month, but I think that coming out of Momentum with all the excitement, I think that it's really sinking in and how much people can earn with this one.
Absolutely. No, it's an awesome incentive that we have, and it dovetails perfectly into the new Healthy Edge pack that we just launched at Momentum. So the way that you can qualify for that is within a single month, you go and enroll 3 personally enrolled consultants with their first order being 200 SV or more, and then them having a subscription set up in their enrollment month, which is, again, that's really dovetailing in with that 200 SV perfectly with our new Healthy Edge pack, which is right there at 200 SV when you enroll. So being able to get 3 of those in a month, getting you an extra $200 in your pocket, which is huge, especially right now with the holidays.
Yeah.
Being able to put some extra money in your pocket is going to be massive for so many people.
And no cap.
Correct. No cap. And
So,
that's no lie,
yeah.
but also no cap.
No cap.
On the commissions that you can earn with that. So really looking forward to see what people do with this.
Very cool. Okay, so let's talk about some just housekeeping things. We have our renewal fee coming up. Will you give us a little, just kind of high level, when does this start? What can everyone expect with this? I know we've talked about it quite a bit, but just kind of a reminder.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting in December on the 15th, it's really when it kicks off. Mm-hmm. It's been something that we've been trying to implement, and now systematically we're able to do so with how we're set up. But it's a $50 annual fee applied to your month after your anniversary each year. So give you a quick, for instance, or an example. If your anniversary for your year in LifeVantage is in November, the following month is when your anniversary month would hit for the renewal fee to be applied. So anniversary really hits in November, but the following month is when you'll be charged. So that would be December in this example. So
and charged on the 15th, is that correct?
Correct. 15th of every month.
All right. Very nice. If you were not at Momentum Academy, one thing that we talked about during our leadership meeting that we have done twice now. So this one coming up will be our third round, and it has been so successful, and we've found that our leaders have really enjoyed it. So we're bringing it back, and we're going to do it again starting in January, is our League of Leaders training. Now, hopefully you've heard a little bit about this. If you haven't, this is for any EC and above that we are opening applications for. We have an amazing leader from Franklin Covey who comes and goes through the seven habits of highly effective people. And we are taking applicants. It is about, what have we had in the past? About 18 attendees.
Yep.
So it's a pretty small group, so you get really close, hands-on instruction. It's a 2-day thing in person, and then we have a couple of virtual. And so, Victor, what are kind of the dates, or when can people apply for that, and what's the process?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that you pointed out it's about 18. So we try and keep it small for a reason, right? Being able to spend time with each of you individuals that apply and are accepted into this training program. And it has been phenomenal. Todd is an awesome facilitator when it comes to Franklin and Covey and teaching those 7 habits of highly effective people, and the way that he's able to dovetail that into our industry and how that fits, but more so how they apply.
Yeah.
In terms of like actionable steps that we're looking to take coming out of this. We've seen such great success with people that have been on board with this program, not just for them personally, but more so what they can take back to their teams, right? Filling their team's cup and making sure that that's passed on through the teams and organizations that are part of this. So like Mindy said, we're open now. So applications, they actually close November 7th. So get your application in if you're an executive leader. Do not want to miss this. I already had a couple people reach out saying, hey, put in a good word for me. I want to make sure I'm part of this in this upcoming group that we're going to have kick off. And then the dates for those, it's going to be in person, January 21st through the 23rd. And that's here in Utah. So here in Lehi, Utah at our LifeVantage headquarters. And then we'll have some online follow-ups because we have a few different trainings that we do after the in-person. And those are going to be February 20th and March 27th following the in-person event. So really looking forward to it. We've seen so many great things come out of it, and really excited for this next group. It's going to be a good one.
I think it'll be a lot of fun. We talked a little bit about at the beginning here, we talked about how amazing Momentum Academy was. We have another one kind of right around the corner, it feels like. As we know, time is flying. And so it feels a bit around the corner. So I'm sure if you were not at Momentum Academy, you have heard a lot about it, and maybe you're having a little bit of FOMO. I don't know, but no need to worry. We have another one coming up. Victor, tell us a little bit about that one.
Absolutely. So it's in Vegas, and if you don't have FOMO, you might want to check your pulse, because that was that was an awesome event. And again, I had so many people that reached out that, again, for whatever reason, couldn't be part of this one, but we're so excited for our upcoming Momentum Academy in Vegas, and that's going to be April 16th through the 18th. So you can register now. It's $99, and cannot wait to have everybody in person. I mean, we talked about this during during our Dallas Momentum Academy last week, and we are looking to pack this out. Like, it was 2 capacity in Dallas, and we're looking to hopefully double
again.
that, do that again and double down on our
it.
Vegas event. So really looking forward to our next one.
Yeah. And we do have one other event in between that to kind of, it's a virtual event we do every year, our January virtual kickoff on January 10th. So be watching for more details with that, but make sure that you put that on your calendar. Historically, they have been just jam-packed with so much information, great learnings, lots of product info, business info. We hear from our amazing executive team. We hear from our fantastic consultants. And so it's definitely something to make sure that save the date.
For sure. Yeah, the virtual, but also, again, I cannot stress enough, like the in-person events is where it's at. Right?
It really
is. And that's
is.
where leaders, again, you'll hear this quote, leaders are built at events.
Yeah.
Could not agree more with that statement. Firm believer that we only really dreamed of the level of our exposure, right? We have ceilings for each individual here on the face of this earth. And once that's stretched, it really gives us some perspective of what's out there and what we can shoot for.
Absolutely.
And again, those meetings after the meeting, being able to rub shoulders and just really engage with top level leadership here of what's been done, but also what's possible.
It's
really
kind of where the
stretches
magic
people.
happens, right?
Agreed. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it really is. Well, we've given you a ton of information. We have, like I said, so many things going on. Congrats to all of those that earned Bahia Mita that will be going to that are earning new ranks, helping teammates do the same. We're seeing it. We're excited. We're cheering you on. Hope that everyone's feeling that. And we want to give a huge shout out and welcome to our new Love Biome family. So
absolutely. It's just the beginning of something massive. And I think that was definitely hit home in Dallas for Momentum Academy. Like the excitement, the energy, but also walking away from that, the action already that's being taken. I can't even count how many calls I've had thrown on my calendar of people just wanting to get all of their people put in, at least, again, virtually a room to talk about it, to really stretch their vision of what's possible and setting some goals on really what we're about to experience over the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months. It's going to be a fun ride. So I cannot wait.
Yeah. Well, Victor, thank you so much for joining us today. Just to kind of circle back a little bit, make sure that you look at the big blue calendar on the hub, get the dates of those activation tours. If there is one happening near you, get to it. Have that January 10th virtual on your calendar. Make sure you get registered for Momentum Academy in April. You absolutely don't want to miss that. And join the calls. Make sure that you're plugged into the resources that we have. We've got some great things like we talked about, opening and closing the month. We've got those weekly 20 calls for our Love Biome family. Make sure that you're plugging in and knowing what's happening and really taking advantage of all the resources that we've got. Thank you so much again, Victor, for joining us. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you all next week.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Activation Nation podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future episodes and updates, and share with a friend or prospect that you think could benefit from today's conversation. Check the episode description for any links or disclaimers, and we'll see you next week for another episode. And now, the legal stuff. The sales earnings disclosed are potential gross earnings and do not account for expenses incurred in building a business. The average 12-month earnings of a typical U.S. consultant who earned in 2024 are $683. LifeVantage does not guarantee any income or rank success. A consultant's earnings will depend on individual diligence, work effort, and market conditions. Visit the LifeVantage income disclosure statement for more information.